For last week's episode, I reported on the Palm Sunday Walk for Justice for Refugees. This week, I am following up on it by speaking exclusively to Afghan refugee Rahila Haidari.
I was born in Uruzgan district of Afghanistan. It's a place where Hazaras and Pashtun live mixed together. And so I was born in the ethnic Hazara minority group. Hazaras have been long victims of genocide and discrimination in Afghanistan. And about in 1880 to 1901, about 60% of Hazaras were killed in Afghanistan. And then the genocide and discrimination sort of continued from that on until in 2000 when the Taliban came into power. And that was when I was growing up under the cruel system of Taliban. And so the cruel system included things, rules such as no schooling for girls, no rights for women. Women are born to raise kids, and that's all. But as a child, I couldn't accept that. I was not able to understand why girls shouldn't go to school. So as a child, I think it was hard for me to understand the basic rules, and I sort of always confronted those rules. So I fled to Pakistan when I was 6 years old, when actually I was denied the basic right to education, and when I attempted to do that, I was punished for it. My dad was told that they would either kill me or I would have to leave. So my dad was forced to drop me to Pakistan, where some of my family members lived, and then I started living a life in Pakistan without my parents. Obviously, it was a really tough time for me because I can't imagine how I would have coped, a 6-year-old girl without any parent. And I think the only thing that kept me alive at that time was just education and the access to education. So the only hope I had was my schooling. And as far as I got that, I was pretty happy with it. My dad actually came to Australia in 2009 after he actually fled Afghanistan, and then he sent the rest of my family, my mum and sibling, from Kandahar, a place in between the border of Pakistan and Afghanistan, to Pakistan, and then he left from there to Australia. But obviously we had no idea where he left for or if he was alive. But after a few months, he called and he was in Christmas Island, but I had no idea where Christmas Island was. So I think for my parents, for my family, the only happiness and joy at that time was that knowing that Dad was alive and he was in a safe place. And he kept saying that. When he first called, he was saying that, I'm fine, I'm in Christmas Island and this is a safe place. So nothing could have been better than knowing that your dad is safe and in a safe place. After my dad came to Australia by boat, he was detained in Christmas Island for about 3 months. And then once he was released from Christmas Island, he was given the opportunity to apply for his family's visa. So he applied in 2010, and in 2011 we actually got our humanitarian visas, which allowed us to travel to Australia. And I came to Australia in 2011 and started from scratch basically. I had to go to high school and started my schooling from mid-year 10 directly without going to a language centre, which I refused to do so. But I guess I found Australia a very friendly country and a land of opportunities where you just have so many opportunities and you just have to take them and you can't miss any of them if you want to. I think it was all exciting for me. It was exciting to know that there is a country which you would be allowed to go to school, have peace, have freedom, and that's all you need for your life. I study at the University of Western Australia and I study a Bachelor's of Arts. I have been UNICEF Australia Youth Ambassador, which was a role that I took in 2014 to advocate for children's rights. And through that role, I got to run consultations at different schools, hear from children what matters to them, and then sort of putting that into a report and then presenting it to Parliament House, the policymakers, about expressing the children's point point of view about the issues that are currently affecting them, which was a pleasure, and I did really enjoy that. Apart from that, I'm so involved in the community. I advocate for refugee rights and continue to be a strong advocate for human rights.
This is Michael So reporting for Undercurrent.